Hi and welcome to Tesla News. I'm David Hunter, and this episode we'll be looking at FSD, which has already arrived in the Netherlands and now Lithuania. Try saying that with some teeth in from Turkey. Lithuania. But one of the most exciting things I've seen on YouTube this week is James May in the States, not only going to a Tesla diner, but also trying FSD. All this coming up on today's episode of Tesla News.
What would happen now if I turn self-driving on, but Tesla can't go in that lane? Shall we find out?
No, I don't.
He's so scared. There you are, Lucy Brown.
Please drive it yourself.
The pewter has taken over.
It just accelerated.
Well, yeah, of course it did, because everybody else did.
I really don't trust it.
You can't technically do this at home. It's not legal. But let's see if it can cope with this gentle bend. If I've got the nav set, but don't press the imaginary brake pedal, I can see you doing that. If I've got the sat nav for the sat nav set for the Tesla diner, that's quite difficult to say. Will it? Oh yeah, it knows how to change lane and everything.
Oh my god! Please stop it. This is worse than the Waymo. At least the Waymo had LiDAR.
What's it going to do here? There's a bend to the left. Is it going to nav? It's got lane discipline. It's the only car in America that does. Look at all the
Merge through left. It's going to take us off this exit.
It's also going to brake heavily when that bloke pulls out in front of us, so that's quite impressive.
You didn't flinch. You didn't even try and grab the wheel there.
I
so he's going to try and get in now, and he can't.
That's not what's going off here.
Is it?
The way. Well, look at the bottle has gone under the brake pedal anyway, Lucy. Oh my God! You were like this in the Waymo. You're very tech savvy and you believe in the future and you like the digital world, but you're terrified of the car driving itself. Whereas until recently, I was the cynic and I said, oh, it'll be bloody years before we have that. And look, here we are. It's doing it.
Oh, I thought it was about to run a red light.
Well, it's allowed to go right. No, it says...
Ah!
It
No,
says
right. Stop
turn
it,
on the
James.
red. I've put my foot on the brake. Did it make a mistake then?
Yes.
But it would have seen the car coming. It wouldn't have gone. I'm sorry, officer. It was the car. There's a McDonald's coming up on the right. Do you need 20 McNuggets to be going on with before we get there? Because it's still 20 minutes away.
So if you passed out right now...
Well, what would it matter? Oh.
No, that's what I mean. If you passed out right now, would it just take you home?
You'd still get a burger. That's the brilliant thing about it.
But you know what I mean? Like if someone died in the wheel and there wasn't a set place on the nav, would it just keep going forever till it ran out of power?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Like you're trusting it right now. It could be taking us anywhere. It could be kidnapping us.
Tesla diner. It would have to be a massive conspiracy for them to call a secret sort of whack cave the Tesla diner, because somehow the mob wants to do away with Lucy Brown. I'm fairly confident it's not that. Do you want me to take over and drive again?
Yes. Thank you.
It's such a disappointment to me.
I know. I'm sorry.
What's going to be really funny now is if I take over manual driving, we have an enormous crash.
So great to see James May there and Lucy Brown trying the FSD there in the States. Now you can catch his channel below. There'll be a link for the James's Gin, so I do advise you to go and watch that. He does some great content on there. But no, very interesting that she was putting her foot down and she's the techie and completely scared. But what she probably doesn't know, she's probably 9 times safer with FSD than she would be if James was driving. But so great to see that in the States. Just so frustrating here in the UK that we haven't really got full FSD yet. Just a very, very mild version. But as I said at the intro to here, it has actually been released in the Netherlands and now Lithuania. So so we're finally getting some great movement in Europe and some breakthroughs there for Tesla. Outside of obviously North America and China. So let's just take a quick recap of what's happened so far on FSD. Obviously, the Netherlands became the first EU country to approve Tesla FSD by the RDW regulator. And Lithuania has now become the second European country to roll it out, recognizing obviously the benefits of this. And this is important because Tesla is using Article 39 exemption route, effectively arguing that the technology is now fully covered by UNECE, which is UNECE regulations. That route allows EU regulator RDW in the Netherlands to prove it first, then potentially Europe and the other countries via the EU committee for approval later. So when is it going worldwide or EU-wide? Well, the key body now is the EU's Technical Committee on Motor Vehicles for EU-wide approval. 15 of the 27 EU member states must vote yes, representing 65% of the EU population. At the moment, there has not yet been a final vote. Discussions are ongoing. The next major committee meeting is in July 26 and then October 26. So realistically, best case scenario for EU-wide supervised FSD rollout would be late summer, early autumn 26. But more realistic, it's going to be staggered country by country, adopting between 26 and 27. So, begs the question, which country is likely to be next? Well, apparently Belgium, Estonia, and Finland, according to the internet, is probably next because they've already publicly discussed fast-track recognition. Tesla has also approached Sweden, Finland, Norway, and Denmark on top of that list. However, the Nordic regulators are also some of the most skeptical because of the snow ice performance, speeding concerns, moose animal sort of edge cases as they hang by the road, driver monitoring concerns. So I would suspect Belgium or Estonia will be next. Germany is the huge prize commercially, but German regulators are moving slow, possibly due to their connections to Mercedes and BMW. So what about the UK? Well, it's separate because we're outside the EU, but we do mirror a lot of the regulations from out there. So be interested to see what actually happens. Tesla also has enhanced autopilot navigation, auto traffic light recognition approved in limited form here in the UK. But our guess is that UK supervised FSD could arrive late 26 or early 27. Especially if the Netherlands rollout, the recent rollout goes well, there are no major incidents, and obviously German softens, and the EU committee approves broader deployment across the EU. And also just recently, as we recorded this today, you can't actually buy FSD in its entirety now. It's now moved over to a subscription model in the UK, which tells you that they're getting ready. So all eyes are really on Germany getting it passed, because obviously Europe remains much more cautious than the US. But I think they've passed the physical barrier now because of the Netherlands. So yeah, but it's interesting what James said. He thought this technology was like years and years ahead, and there he was driving a self-driving car quite easily. So let's watch what's happening. Anyway, I just wanted to move on to China now. So there is a race for robotaxis. Obviously, Elon Musk is putting out the Cybertaxi Production starting in April, and Robotaxi, the app, is in many places from Austin to San Francisco, competing with Waymo. China's not being left alone. Xpeng is probably Tesla's closest rival to AI technology using cameras. Xpeng has also released its own Robotaxi. Take a look at this. So it looks like a bit like a Range Rover Sport, doesn't it? But this is Xpeng's first mass-produced unit, purpose-built Robotaxi off the line in its plant in China, becoming the first Chinese automaker to mass-produce a Robotaxi developed entirely with a full-stack in-house technology. The vehicle itself is built on the GX platform and runs on 4 Xpeng-designed Turing AI delivered chips, so up to 3,000 TOPS of compute paired with the company's VLA 2.0 Vision Language Action End-to-End model software. Notably, there's no LiDAR, a bit like Tesla, mirroring Tesla's success there. Xpeng is targeting a fully driverless service rollout by early 2027, putting it in direct competition with Tesla's own Cybercab program, Robotaxi, which has already shown production spec units staged at the Houston Robotaxi hub, on trailers heading to Florida, rolling out in Texas with the company's paint-free injection model panel process. The bigger picture is that pure camera vision, which Tesla bet on years ago against widespread industry skepticism, is now being adopted by major Chinese competitors who previously leaned on LiDAR technology. So this should be operating next year. Robotaxi software running on 8 million Teslas, and Tesla's reported 5.3 million miles per crash on FSD versus 660,000 for the US average. So yeah, it's basically Xpeng are going down the same line as Tesla. So there we all have a brief news roundup here at Tesla Dave on Tesla News. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the channel. It's very amateur, but yeah, it's really good. Now, I've recently got rid of my Model 3. I'm sad to say I've still got my Model Y, but we'll be doing a video as to why I've got rid of the Model 3 next week, and you can see the car I replaced it with. So please don't forget to like and share this video, and to comment as well, and please do take a look at some of the videos coming up at the end of this video. Until next time, take care, look after yourselves.